Welcome to day 12. So great to have you here again on this 21-day journey. Today we are moving through an energizing flow that is all about freedom to express yourself. So I invite you to feel really open, open to be you, open to exploring and expressing yourself. Feel free to play with your practice today. And let's start together in Child's Pose, Balasana. All right, coming into Child's Pose, any variation of this shape that you like. Your arms could be forward. You could even drape your arms back behind you. Tuning into some deep breaths as you bring yourself into this space. Maybe also tuning into something that you wish to express freely through your practice. Maybe using this practice to tap into your truth, your voice that you wish to express out in the world. Maybe it's throughout the rest of your day today. Breathe that in fully. Breathe out. Drop down through the ribs. Reach your fingertips forward, energize through your arms, and let's come to meet in a tabletop shape. Okay, warming up into the spine. Breathe in, let your belly drop down, lift your gaze and your chest forward, lift your tail, cow spine. Exhale to round. Press your palms away from you, puff up between the shoulder blades. Inhale again, glide your chest forward, lift up through the gaze. Exhale to round your spine. You could stay with this flexion, this extension of the spine, or feel free to play here with any other movement that your body is craving in this moment. So depending where you are in your day, just noticing how the spine is feeling, how the back body is feeling. Notice as well how this freedom to kind of move through whatever your body is sort of asking for really allows for that connection. It allows you to listen to your body. Good. All right, coming back into a neutral position now. Let's reach the right fingertips forward and left toes back. Moving through some bird dog. Take a breath in and lift the fingers and the toes off of the floor, keeping the spine neutral. On your exhale, round your spine almost like a cat spine again, and draw your right elbow towards your left knee. That's your flow there. Inhale to reach and lengthen. Exhale to round. Draw that elbow and knee in. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to round. Good. Tapping the right palm, left knee down. We'll take the opposite side. So left fingertips forward, right foot back. Plug into that right palm. Press the mat away from you as you inhale to lengthen. Exhale, round, left knee to left, to right, right knee to left elbow. Blah. Inhale to find some length. Exhale to round. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Good. Plant it down once again through those palms. Tuck your toes. Find your downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let the heels land. Good. This shape is always available to you, as always. You could come here, or child's pose, if you ever need a break. And take a look forward on an inhale. As you exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Maybe a bunch of little steps, maybe a few bigger steps. Hang forward, drape over your legs. Good. And then slowly bend into your knees and roll yourself up. Coming to stand tall in mountain pose at the top of your mat, Tadasana. Strong through your legs, rooted into your feet, maybe gathering your palms together in front of your heart center. Perhaps you invite in that expression of your truth, what it is that you wish to share, knowing that you are free to express that, to express yourself. Breathe it in. And breathe out, release your palms down. Have a beautiful practice. Take a breath in, reach up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Lifting halfway on an inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to plant your palms, fold, step back, find a high plank. Press the mat away from you, whether your knees are up or, as always, you could tap your knees down. Feel that stability that you get through the shoulders. You might even find a gentle puffing action between the shoulder blades. Really strong through the belly. Take a breath in. Exhale, let's lower all the way down. Good. Extending your toes back behind you. Take your fingertips a little bit wider now and tent up underneath the palms so it's just the fingertips on the floor. Good. Take a breath in. Open up through the chest. And exhale, lower yourself down. Strong legs, strong glutes. Inhale again to ripple the spine up like a wave, opening up through your heart. And exhale to lower down. Do one more like that. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower. And plant your palms down, tuck your toes through table or perhaps pressing up into plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Sending your weight into your left foot, reach your right heel high on an inhale. Exhale, draw that knee forward, step it through. Let's take warrior one. So plugging that left heel down, sweeping the arms forward and up. Nice. Option to open the arms out to a cactus shape. Maybe even inviting in a gentle back bend by reaching the fingertips up and back, lengthening the chest forward and up. Feel that opening across the chest, across the front of the throat. Good. Bring your gaze forward once again. Breathe in, lift your arms up. Breathe out. Let's meet in warrior two. So take a nice wide stance there. Plugging into the outer edge of your left foot. Flip your right palm up. Good. Reach up and back, exalted warrior. Breathe in. Breathe out. Find your warrior two. That's your flow. Inhale, exalted warrior, up and back through that right arm. Exhale, warrior two. Last one. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, come all the way forward, frame your front foot, step back. Option to flow, maybe even floating those right toes if you feel ready. Working with your breath. Finding that freedom of expression, you can explore all of those shapes, taking what works for you. Full breath in. Full breath out. Breathe in, lift your left heel high. Exhale, shift forward, step the left foot through, and then find warrior one. So that right foot comes in a little bit closer, sweeping the arms up overhead, land. Again, maybe you invite in a gentle back bend. You could even interlace the fingers behind you. You could hook your thumbs. Lots of different shapes to play with here. Or you might hold your warrior one, finding your expression here. Plugging into the outer edge of the right foot for one more breath. Lean into that left leg. Good. Breathe in, reach up, look forward. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Nice and strong through those legs. Really open across your chest. Flip your left palm. Exalted warrior. Breathe in, reach up and back. Exhale, warrior two, land, strong lunge. Inhale, flip it up and back, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Last time, inhale, reaching up and back. Exhale to frame the front foot. Take your flow, or maybe it's downward facing dog, perhaps floating that back foot. Connecting to your breath. Full breath in. Big breath out. Good. Let's come forward through to a high plank. And then coming down to forearm plank, bringing the elbows underneath the arms. My hips did a lot of wiggling there. See if you can keep them really neutral. Good. Reaching out through the crown of your head, press the mat away from you. Keep those hips in line with the shoulders. One more breath. Tapping your knees down, lower your hips down. Let's keep the chest lifted for Sphinx pose. And you could extend the toes back behind you. Again, press the mat away from you. So creating that stability through the shoulders. So we're not sinking through the chest, but we get this opening across the chest. You could take this a little bit further, taking the palms out towards the top corners of your mat, and then pressing into the hands to lift the elbows and forearms off of the mat for seal. If that feels like too much, you can certainly bring yourself back down. Engagement of the glutes to support through the low back. One more breath. Good. Bring everything back down towards the mat. Planting your palms underneath shoulders. Tuck your toes. Push through table or plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take Balasana, child's pose, for a few breaths. We did a lot of flows so far, so you might even roll the wrists out, or maybe even turning the palms upwards, allowing the forearms to rest as well. You could sway the hips slightly from one side to the other, just releasing the pelvis, and then land. Good. Welcome to stay here in this shape. If you need a little bit more time, it's a chance to rest. Or if you'd like to move a little bit more, extend your arms forward, come through to your tabletop, tuck your toes. We meet in downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in to reach your right heel high. And then on your exhale, bend that right knee, opening the hip out towards this side. Good. If Wild Thing is part of your practice, you can take that and flip it. Flip your dog by leaning into the left hand, the left foot, reaching the right foot back behind you, and then pressing your hips up towards the sky, opening up through the front of your body. Glutes really strong here, pressing the mat away from you for one more breath. Good. If you took Wild Thing, coming back through to your three-legged dog, let's take a breath in and extend the right heel high. And then on your exhale, come through to Pigeon Pose. Right knee to right wrist crease, reaching that back leg a little bit longer. You could also bend into the back knee for Deer Pose if that feels a little bit more accessible for the knee joints. Another option for this shape is threading the needle on your back. Good. Just here for a few breaths. If you usually come into cooling pigeon, maybe see if you can keep the chest lifted and staying really open across the front of the body. Good. And then let's plant into the palms and tuck the back toes. You could move through table or maybe play with pressing into the mat, lifting the hips and hugging that right shin up off the floor. Coming into your three-legged dog once again. We meet in downward facing dog. We'll go into the second side and take a breath in, left heel high. And then on your exhale, open that hip out. Yeah, so bend the left knee, bringing that heel towards your bum. If you would like to flip your dog, take Wild Thing, transferring weight into the right foot and hand, reaching the left toes back, reaching the hips up and opening up. Find this freedom to express here in this shape for one more breath. Good, and then we'll come back to meet in three-legged dog. Flip forward, breathe in, extend the left leg long. Exhale, bring the left knee towards left wrist crease. And find your Pigeon Pose. Again, any variation of this shape, you could take threading the needle on your back. You certainly can come into cooling pigeon if that's what your body is craving. Or perhaps keeping the chest lifted, maybe even playing with an interlace of the fingers behind the hips, extending the arms away from you. Lots of different things that you could play with here, maybe even reaching the arms up for a breath or two. Lots of freedom to explore. One more breath. Good. Planting the palms, tuck your back toes, however you want to get there. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Perhaps it's floating that left shin and then coming to three-legged dog. And then finally finding downward facing dog. Nice. Let's come through to a seat. Maybe crossing the ankles or maybe sitting off to one side and swinging the heels around. And we'll take a bit of a side bend. So let's keep the right leg long, bending the left knee, sole of the left foot to the inside of your right thigh. You might choose to angle the hips towards that top left corner of your mat. Let's take a breath in, reaching up through the left arm. And on your exhale, take a side bend over towards the right leg. Active through the right foot. Maybe that right forearm has a space to come down to the inside of the right leg. Maybe even take that hand, the left hand, to the back of the skull, rolling the left side of the rib cage up and back. Good. Picking yourself up on an inhale. Exhale to switch sides. Left leg long, right knee bends. Maybe turning the hips towards that top right corner of your mat. Breathe in, reach up through the right arm. Breathe out, find that side bend over towards the left leg. Wrapping the right side of your rib cage up and back. Again, maybe you catch the back of your head. Soft through shoulders. Good. Breathing in, come back up. And breathing out, let's release both legs forward. Let's bend the knees, supporting yourself on your hands, and just kind of allowing the legs to fall from one side to the other. Good. All right. Making our way down to our final resting shape. If there's anything else that you would like to take here, maybe it's happy baby. Maybe it's Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe you're ready to just take your final resting shape. That could be Shavasana or any other shape that works for you. Arms could open out to the sides. You could also bring your hands onto your body, one hand on belly, one hand on chest, whatever works for you. Soften into the support beneath you. Know that you are supported to freely express yourself, showing up here for your practice, knowing that this is something that you need in order to support that expression of your own truth is such a beautiful gift to give to yourself. So thank yourself for being here today. And I thank you so much for sharing your truth, your voice with me. Such an honor to practice with you. I look forward to seeing you once again tomorrow. I hope you have a peaceful rest of your day.